Ukrainian Special Operations Forces, together with the Chernaya Iskra rebel movement, launched a precision strike against Russian equipment in the Kursk region, according to Special Operations Forces of the Armed Forces of Ukraine. Joint actions by one of the Special Operations Forces units and the Chernaya Iskra rebel movement destroyed a transport and loading vehicle for the Iskander missile system. The strike took place near the village of Ovsyannikovo, Kursk region, Russia. This vehicle was used to transport, load, and prepare missiles for launch, which were launched from Ukrainian territory. The Special Operations Forces and representatives of Chernaya Iskra also destroyed the 1L-122 Garmon radar station. The radar station was on duty near the village of Nizhniy Reutets, Kursk region, Russia. The small-sized radar station was designed to detect and track air targets and provide further target designation. The Special Operations Forces of Ukraine continue to inflict 1,000 cuts on the enemy, bringing it closer to offensive and strategic collapse. Special Operations Forces, always beyond the limit, the military emphasizes. Iskander missile SS-26 Stone is a short-range tactical missile system developed and produced in Russia. The system replaces the Oka SS-23 Spider, which had been terminated under the Intermediate Nuclear Forces Treaty. Development of the system was undertaken by the Kolomna Engineering Design Bureau Development during the 1990s under the project name Tender. The Iskander SS-26 Stone Theater missile system is designed to destroy enemy weapons, command posts, communications nodes, tactical aircraft parked on airfields, air and missile defense installations and other critical targets in operational depth round the clock and in any season when countered by heavy regular and precision-guided munitions, weapons of mass destruction, as well as anti-missile defense and EW assets. All Iskander vehicles feature cross-country wheeled chassis, making them very mobile. The missile is solid-fueled, single-staged with continuous guidance along the whole trajectory. As reported by media, the Special Operations Forces destroyed a fuel and lubricants warehouse and an oil depot belonging to the Russian invaders in the temporarily occupied territory of the Luhansk region. Units of the Special Operations Forces successfully struck Russian forces' supply facilities. The fuel and lubricant warehouse and fuel depot were located in the temporarily occupied territory of Luhansk region, Ukraine, the Post reads. SOF drones struck the target while the tanks were fully loaded, amplifying the effect. The Special Operations Forces continue to carry out asymmetric strikes against the enemy to accelerate the halt of its offensive efforts, the statement added.
As reported, Ukrainian forces have attacked an elite Russian Special Forces unit stationed on an oil platform in the Black Sea. The strikes eliminated an anti-tank missile crew and destroyed reconnaissance equipment on the Sivash drilling rig, the Ukrainian Navy reported. As a reminder, the Sivash platform is one of 4 offshore installations known as the Boyko rigs, including the Petro-Godovanets, Tavrida, and Ukraine, which were seized by Russia following the annexation of Crimea in 2014. According to the Telegraph, after capturing the platforms in 2014, Russia equipped each of them with reconnaissance and electronic warfare equipment, as well as hydroacoustic systems. This allowed the Russians to track surface, air, and underwater activity in the northwestern Black Sea, between Crimea and Odessa. The publication noted that the attack on the drilling platform followed a series of strikes on Russian energy facilities. Journalists recalled that several days ago, the Ukrainian Navy launched missile strikes on 2 key Russian facilities, the Orlovska thermal power plant and the Novobryanska substation. According to Ukrainian military officials, both targets supplied electricity to enterprises associated with the Russian defense industry. Ukraine's growing attacks on Russian energy facilities and military bases deep within Russia marks a strategic shift aimed at weakening Moscow's ability to wage war. Meanwhile, Russia has also set its sights on Ukrainian energy facilities ahead of winter. And on land, as the publication noted, Russian forces continue to advance in eastern Ukraine. According to the American Institute for the Study of War, in October, Russia seized 461 square kilometers of Ukrainian land, primarily in the Donetsk region. The publication noted that Russia now controls 81% of the Donetsk region's territory. Recently, the Ukrainian Navy defeated an elite Russian Special Forces unit stationed on the Sivash drilling rig in the Black Sea. The military explained that the Russians were distributing a video supposedly showing the destruction of a Ukrainian Navy boat with a Lancet munition, but in reality it was Ukrainian forces that successfully deployed a kamikaze drone. Recall, Ukrainian Navy defeated an elite Russian Special Forces unit stationed on the Sivash drilling rig in the Black Sea. The Ukrainian Naval Forces destroyed an elite enemy Special Forces unit stationed on the Sivash drilling rig. In addition to the Russian occupiers' technical reconnaissance and surveillance equipment, an enemy anti-tank missile crew was destroyed, the statement reads. The military notes that in an attempt to pass off yet another defeat as a victory, the Russians are distributing a video of the alleged destruction of a Ukrainian Navy boat by a Lancet munition. As the Navy adds, in fact, it was Ukrainian forces that successfully deployed a kamikaze drone. As a reminder, the Boyko rigs are gas and oil drilling platforms located in the Black Sea. Godovanets, Ukraine, Tavrida and Sivash. During the occupation of the Autonomous Republic of Crimea, which began in 2014, Russia seized them. In 2022, it installed electronic reconnaissance and countermeasure systems and sonar systems on each platform, enabling it to monitor the surface, air and underwater space in the northwestern Black Sea between Crimea and Odessa. Since then, the Ukrainian Defense Forces have conducted several special operations in the area around the platforms. It recently emerged that the Russian naval detachment Hispaniola is opposing the Ukrainian Defense Forces in the area around oil and gas drilling platforms. It was reported that Ukrainian forces managed to recapture some of these facilities in 2023, but the occupiers continue to attempt to recapture them.